everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. Just want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel recently to get us over the mark to 2,100 subscribers. Thank you very, very much for doing that. I want to say thank you very much to Farrell Guhal, I think you pronounced that. Apologies if I've mispronounced it. And Michael Brown and Tom Stavrou, amongst others. Thank you very, very much for your support over the last week or so. It's been absolutely brilliant. Now, as we know, Aguerd, I'll never get his pronunciation right. He signed on Monday. We're 2 weeks into the transfer window, so we've still got a lot of time for deals to get done. It was obviously broke over the last day or so that Brozier is interested in joining West Ham, which I think will be a fantastic coup if and when Chelsea decide to sell him to us. And also bearing in mind that there's also been broke over the last day or so that Areola's wages have been sorted out, so hopefully he should be signing within the next week. If and when that does happen, a video will be going up about that. But as always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, along with polo shirts, sweatshirts, t-shirts, track jackets, etc., as you can see from the icon that's up here. And any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity in the Newham area, not the Newham area as Tony likes to call it, the Newham area, and also that they are also helping people in the Essex County to put food on their tables, as well as just people living in Newham. So go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt or a nice polo, and you'll be saving yourself a few quid, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. But the main purpose of this video is to talk about the potential spend that David Moyes has got, not just for the summer transfer window, but also for the January transfer window coming up as well. So I've been looking into it over the last week or so, trying to find out some reliable information, which is very, very difficult when you're looking at things that aren't published from official sources. But it does appear that last season, at the end of the 21-22 Premier League season, West Ham United were awarded around about just under £143 million by the Premier League. Now that's including the £31 million we were awarded for finishing 7th. That's also including the 20th share of the £79 million that goes equally out to each individual Premier League club. That's also in terms of the TV broadcasts, etc. Okay, so there's that. There's also, from what I've been doing, again, this is quite difficult information to find out in relation to payments from the Europa League, where we finished, but apparently a team that finishes in the semi-final that we did, the club was awarded €6.6 million, which works out to be £4.2 million. Also, the FA Cup and the League Cup runs, few and far between, to say the least. I'm just going to be a little bit generous here to say it's going to be between £1 and £2 million, because at the end of the day, guys, those cups aren't highly regarded anymore because they are still FA and EFL. They're not Premier League, they're not Champions League, they're not Europa. The money's few and far between, unfortunately. Now, when it comes to sponsorship deals, gates money, merchandise, the cut on the food and drink that's sold at the games, etc., I'm kind of guessing from how the accounts have been over the last 3 or 4 seasons where I've been doing them every year, it looks like we're probably going to get around about £10 to £15 million from what I've seen on that. So, but as I say, obviously once the accounts are published in January, February of this coming, the upcoming January, February time, then I'll be doing a video for that, breaking it down, so keep an eye out for that. But as I say, it looks to be around about, give or take a few quid, a few grand I should say, £164 million that we got awarded at the end of last season. Now, a lot of sources are saying it's more than that. I remember seeing it was about a £228 million that people thought we were going to get. I'm not really sure where that extra 60-70 million comes from. It'll be interesting to find out, guys. If you know, put your links in the comments and let me, or at least tell me where they are, so I can have a look. But I've done a lot of research and I can't see the backup of this at all. 164 million is probably around about the right level, because it's roughly in keeping with what we normally get season after season anyway. So I believe that more than any other highly inflated figure, shall we say. Now, obviously, this turns to the question, as I intimated earlier in the video, what is the amount available to spend on new players? Now, this is the thing. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there, and as I say, put your comments in the comment section below, but I know there's a lot of people out there who are going to say, yeah, he's got 164 million to spend on players. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Reason being, for example, wages for players and staff, agent fees, rent for the stadium, medicals, the debt that is still being there, the loan repayments back to Gold and Sullivan, who are still, in fact, they are now, in the absence of Newcastle's old owner, they are now the only owners in the Premier League to be taking money out of the club that they lent money to, at least every season. So obviously, prior to player sales and releases of players, I mean, bearing in mind with the players that have already left, we're saving £250,000 a week, so that's around about £13 million available for the next 12 months. But so there's a lot more that goes into it. There's advertising costs as well, for that matter. There's distribution of merchandise, the cost that goes into it. The purchase of the purchases from Umbro and the other companies that make our clothing line go into it as well. Everything, basically. There's costs involved, which is one of the reasons why the prices are getting stupid. And of course, inflation as well, for that matter. How stupid prices have been for electricity and gas and interest rates alone, which help savers, but it doesn't really help those with a mortgage. The highest they've been since the mid-80s, if I remember correctly. And also cost of food, cost of petrol, etc., etc. All these things that you and I don't really think about on a day-to-day basis, but have everything to do with what is available for West Ham to spend. However, going on the calculations, on a reasonable amount, bearing in mind we can only spend what we earn, and that's including everything involved. Given the amount that the club debt was at the start of last season, and be interesting to see what the debt was at the end of the season, just gone as well. I'm guessing if there's a logical account in West Ham, which I highly doubt, to be fair. But I'm guessing Moyes has probably got between 50 and 60 million pounds to spend on players in the summer transfer window and the January transfer window, prior to any sales of players being sold. Yeah, that's what I personally reckon. But guys, put your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think it is, not what you'd like to see, what you would think it should be, bearing in mind the costings that I've gone through in here. So it'd be very interesting to see what you're saying. Tony's video is a little bit late, unfortunately, which is one of the reasons why this is going up early, just to make sure that content is still available on the Friday. Tony has had a couple of bits of technical issues with his, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We can't help it, unfortunately. So when his transfer video is ready, when he's talking about the strikers, it will be up it should be over the weekend. But guys, in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend, and I will hope to see you soon. If you haven't already done so, please do like, share and subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon. All the best. Take care.